Hey guys, in this video we're going to be talking about death invitations and how to use them. Okay, so first thing, where do we get death invitations? You want to find a rare item vendor. They sell 3 different kinds of death invitations, +1, +2, and +3. +1 are 50 shards, +2 are 75, and +3 are 100 shards. You can find the rare item merchants at the abandoned UNDC camp where the giant mech is standing, Echo, who's upstairs in reception at headquarters, or from this monk, who you'll find directly after landing using the launcher in Necropolis Desert. And now keep in mind, for Haley Ryan and Echo, they each have a quest you have to complete before they open up shop to you. Now, if you go the purchasing route for death invitations, you can't use +1 death invitations until you are Guardian and Awakening level 5. +2 death invitations require level 10 of each. And then +3 require you to be max Guardian and max Awakening level. However, keep in mind, if you Prestige, this doesn't take away your ability to use death invitations. You can still use +3. All that matters is that you reach that milestone at least once on that character. Now, if we're talking about cost efficiency, +3 is the most cost efficient way to go. Doing some simple math, we're going to be using 100 death invitation levels as our milestone. So if you were to buy 100 +1 death invitations, that would cost you about 5,000 shards. Whereas if you were to buy 50 of the +2 death invitations, it would only cost you 3,750 shards. Now the +3s are slightly tricky because you can either have 33, which will put you up to +99, or 34, which is going to put you at +102. But if you go 34 for +102, that's still only 3,400 shards, which is even cheaper still than buying +2 death invitations. Now, to use death invitations is really simple. They affect stronghold mobs and the Freedom City world boss. So as you can see here, all these guys are level 7. I'm in a regular stronghold in the desert. Now, I'm going to use a couple of death invitations. If you look on the top left corner here, next to my Maiden Plus, level is now +9 for all mobs. That's +9 from whatever level they started at. And now as you can see in this next room, all these guys are level 16. Now, these invitations do have a time limit. They only last for 10 minutes. However, so long as you stay within a stronghold, the death invitation won't actually expire until after you leave. If you get powerful enough, you could potentially clear all 6 strongholds that'll be on your map before that 10 minutes runs out. Here you can see a chart that I copy-pasted off of the Maiden Discord and put on a notepad and posted up here for you to see. This chart is a materia drop by mob level, meaning if you kill level 1 mobs, you're going to get materias grade F3, F2, and F1. If you kill mobs in the 2 to 3 area, you're going to get F1, E3, and E2. In the 4 to 5 area, you're going to get E3, E2, E1, etc., etc. And of course, maxing out at 14 plus, you're going to get A-class materia. You can use this chart to tweak mobs to a specific level in each stronghold. If you'd rather try to get materia in this fashion, the max number of death invitations that you should even bother using in strongholds is a buff of +21 in Freedom City strongholds, and +15 in desert strongholds. Anything past that does not increase the rarity of drops, so it doesn't benefit you in any way. It's also not going to boost your shard gain at the end of the stronghold. However, I would like to note, if you do max out a stronghold at +21 or +15, then that is a guaranteed piece of gear to drop from the foss at the end. Keep in mind though, that's not a guaranteed piece of epic gear, just a guaranteed piece of gear, whereas it could go either way if you hadn't used any death invitations. I still say it's definitely more worth it than not. And most of the time when I do strongholds, I have them maxed out at +15 or +21. Because the worst case scenario is, even if it's not gear that you can use, you can still grind it up for a good chunk of change. Now the last thing to note is you don't have to go and buy death invitations if you don't want to. You get loads of them just from completing quests around the world. An example is the tier 2 cube stack. Most quests are going to give you these anyway, so it doesn't matter. It gives you 2 tier 2 dark cubes, and it gives you a death invitation. You can also just get death invitations off of mob drops, so you're not confined to having to purchase them. And that's all I got for this one, guys. If you have any questions, as always, leave them down in the comments. and I'll see everybody in the next one.